welcome to another live episode of the Causeway podcast. There we go! Let's go! We don't need no introduction.
Causeway invaded.
Let's go! All right.
Wait, what the hell is that?
That is how we do it. That is how you do it when you win in overtime in Game 7 on your home ice for the first time in 3 years. That is how you do it. Oh my God.
I know we're gonna keep this short, Pat, because we got a series recap and a series preview coming up. Either before the next series, but
yeah, for sure.
We did not deserve any of that, but we made it count when it mattered. Like, that was one play. I called you before overtime started. I said it's one play and we're golden.
You did.
And it took one wild play.
You called it. You called me saying the last time I called you in between period 3 and overtime against Toronto in a Game 7, I called for one breakdown play that we were going to score off of, and that's all we needed. Turned out that was all we needed. You called, dialed up the exact same play.
Holy shit.
Up the board. Hey, they benefited from that fluke bounce in Game 2. We benefited in Game 7. I'd much rather have our fluke bounce than their fluke bounce. That was it. That was all. That was what it was. It was it was not a game we deserved to win. It was not a game they deserved to win either. It was not like we got completely outplayed. It was a terrible game of hockey from two teams. And we got the bounce and we buried the chance in sudden death overtime. And sometimes that's how hockey goes, baby.
Dude, all the fans you just saw behind me when we opened the show, all of us were shit talking the Bruins for about, about 3 periods. Let's call it that.
And I was too. Release the text. I was too. Release all the texts. They were terrible.
They were sucked. Terrible. And at the end of the day, Austin Matthews coming out there on a third line, it's like, you need to come out there firing. We did not do that. If I were to be a betting man, I would have put all my money on the Toronto Maple Leafs 5 minutes into the game. We decided to just hang in there. Jeremy Swayman bailed us out of the entire fucking series. Series. And Pasta decides to go, oh, whoopsies, I caught a puck near the net. Let me throw it in. Like, for fuck's sake. Holy shit.
No. This does not paper over any of the cracks. I'm not going to try to do that. When we talk about our series preview next, we'll go into detail about all the other things. But at the end of the day, Game 7 is about just winning Game 7. That's all Game 7 is. Game 7 is fuck your blueprint, fuck your plan, fuck your star player, fuck all of it. It is wherever the puck ends up late is where it's going. And yet again, we were able to deliver. This was an absolutely frustrating game. I'm sure for both fan bases watching. I mean, it was a bad Game 7.
It was a bad
game. Nobody they wanted it. Nobody looked like they wanted it. Like, that was not an entertaining game. That was not one of those games that you write, oh my God, it was a slobber knocker and they just went at each other. Like, that's not what this was. This was a Bruins fire of a game. But at the end of the day, the Bruins won. And when the Bruins win, that means we've got more to talk about next week. And I know that is all you were getting to. And so I want to let you go because you are around some hardcore Bruins fans. I know they have got shots lined up for you, so I'm going to let you go. We are going to come back live before the next series starts for us, which is just in a couple of days, but we will get to you. We will recap this past series in detail. We will preview the upcoming series and go from there. But right now, it's all just about
I'm getting what I'm getting well ahead of myself. Obviously, I'm about to go celebrate, but holy fuck, I'm like actually shocked that we even won the series. But I will say this: there's a lot of turning points in the history of the Stanley Cup. If anything gives you momentum more than this, tell me what it is, because this could be the turning point for us. Everyone's saying Florida's going to cakewalk us. Rangers are going to cakewalk us. What happens if the Hurricanes beat the Rangers? We steamroll Florida, the team that beat us last year. You want to know how much momentum we're going to have coming out of a series if we beat Florida? I don't want to pump my tires too hard, but holy fuck, if we can turn things around, right the ship, we might be in a good position with Swayman giving up less than 2 fucking goals a game. Less than 2 goals a game.
We said this from the beginning before the playoffs started. We've always said that it's a series by series thing. What happened in one series doesn't directly translate to another series. Like Toronto matched up really well against us. Florida hasn't all year. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. We will talk before game 1. You go get to your celebrations.
We're gonna go live before the next series, and we're gonna talk about this in depth.
All right, buddy. I will see you. I will close things up here. You get going to what you need to go get to.
Let's fucking go, Pat. I feel like 2011.
All right, buddy.
Let's go.
Sure, let's go. So, a couple of things that were just kind of running across my head as I was watching this game. This was a really sloppy Bruins performance. It really was. This was not the marquee, come out and smack them around performance that I honestly thought we were going to get. I really did. Going into it, I thought the only way the Bruins won was if they came out and just dominated from the get-go. And that wasn't what happened. That wasn't how this game went. It wasn't how this game was going to go. This was a sloppy from both sides, a sloppy game. And it was one of those that it very easily could have, and some could argue should have, ended up going the other way. But that's the greatest thing about hockey. And hockey overtime being sudden death and the random bounces that happens in hockey is the same bounces I was bitching about in game 2 benefit us in game 7. And while I felt hard done by in game 2, I feel great on in game 7. The Bruins were able to come away with something that they didn't do anything outwardly to deserve, but neither did Toronto. This wasn't oh my God, we stole one. Like Toronto didn't come out and burn the barn down either. They were also in a position where it was gonna be tough. It's the one sport that truly lends itself to every 30 seconds. Luck is different. For whatever reason, luck is different line to line. Luck is different rink to rink. Luck is different shift to shift. It just is. It's one of the things you sign up for when you sign up to be a hockey fan. And tonight it worked in our favor. I feel good talking to you all, knowing that I'd have been here talking to you all if we had lost. Because I have some real reservations, some real issues with this team. They didn't come out barn burning like they deserved to win this from minute 0. Like they won in overtime. Hockey overtime is as coin flip as you can possibly get. It really is. And while I'd love to stand here and say that I saw things or the Bruins played X, Y, or Z better, and that's why they deserve to win, that wasn't the case. It wasn't. Neither team deserved to win this game. It was going to be a lucky play one way or the other. It went our way. That's awesome. I'm stoked. I get to come and do this a little bit more, which is great. But by no means am I trying to sugarcoat this. Like like this is the end all be all. I will say, and I'm going to put this on the record now for you guys. When Ryan called me in between the third period and overtime, and he said he was calling me because, hey, the last time I called you between third period and overtime against Toronto, we ended up winning. So I'm doing the same thing. I appreciated the hell out of the superstition. I am the most superstitious person I know. Period. I don't honestly, I don't like even Ryan. Like I was impressed that his level of superstition was on that level because I thought that was just me. But I will say this, I told him right away, if we get past Toronto with this, Jeremy Swayman will deliver us a finals appearance and a cup, a Stanley Cup championship. And I'm going to sit here. I'm not going to back down from that claim. I believe it. I think he is the best goalie hands down in the playoffs left. I mean, to have less than a 2 goals a game average in the playoffs and have somehow lost 2 games, like that's nuts to me. This guy is good. He's on fire. He is the quintessential, hey, you need your goalie to be hot in the playoffs kind of guy. So I believe it. I'm going to steer all the way into it. There's a lot of things on the offensive side of the puck that needs to get resolved for this Bruins team. But Jeremy Swayman is the best goaltender left in the playoffs, bar none. And I please, if you have a legit educated thought process on why another goaltender is better in this position, please reach out, comment. I would love the debate, not in a you're wrong, I'm right, I'm wrong, you're right type way. Like I'd love to talk through it. I just don't think there's any argument personally at this point that could be made for anyone but Jeremy Swayman being the best goaltender in the playoffs. And we've said it from the beginning of this pod back in February. Stanley Cup always comes down to injury luck and goaltender hotness. And we've got the hottest goalie. And for now, no one's injured. I will say this. The Choud is convinced that David Pastrnak is hurt. I honestly hope so, because until that last goal, he was cheeks this entire series pretty much. He was not great. He was not the star player he's supposed to be. So if he's hurt, I'd like to know and be able to temper some expectations based off that. But yeah, we will This was a game that is going to go down in the annals of Bruins lore as the centennial season. We won a Game 7 over Toronto at home again, and rightfully should be celebrated. Like honestly, we should be super happy. Like this is something we should be excited about, be pumped about, because it's not every day that you get to celebrate a Game 7 win. It's not every day you get to celebrate a Game 7 win over an Original 6 rival. It's not every day you just get to watch Maple Leaf Square crumble. It's not every day you get to watch that, I don't know, 10, 15,000 people just and I eat it up. I do. And I eat it up because I know that everybody else will be eating it up when and if the Bruins ever lose. Like they do that. I'm used to that. I've grown up in the world where I understand that everybody is rooting for New England to lose. Y'all hated Tom Brady. You hate the Sox. You hate I get it. You want us to lose. You want us to be sad. I get it. But when we have opportunity to celebrate, you can then not be mad at me for being really excited about it. And so I am, and so I am, and we just dunked on the entire Toronto fan base yet again. Y'all are garbage in the postseason. You can't do it when it counts, and for that, sorry, not sorry. We will see the Florida Panthers in round 2. Coffee and I will be coming with an extended preview and a little bit of a recap before that series starts. But until then, let's fucking go Bruins, man. Let's just